And it was that quick. All right, Iggy. Tonight's match, 2-0 to Tottenham. We just said, at the end, you just said how comfortable it was. It was very
Absolutely.
comfortable.
One of the most comfortable, I'll say it again, it was, honestly, all night I've been sitting here and it's just been comfortable. I've never been at the edge of the seat. I felt even in the first half, although we was playing well, we had a control, Brighton had a little spell after the 25-minute mark, but I was never really worried. I just felt that it all came down to when Tottenham scored, because I knew it was only a matter of when we'll score rather than if we score. I felt that if we get that goal, or when we get that goal in this case, we would go on to win the game. I just wasn't expecting it to be as comfortable as it was tonight, and I'm glad it was, because it's nice ever so often to have a game where you look at it and you're thinking, let's just get the job done. And tonight, it has to be said, it was job done with great ease.
Yeah, look, it was a comfortable win. We were never really troubled. 1 or 2 half chances, Brighton maybe could have done better, but we missed a lot of chances tonight. The Harry Kane open goal, the Kulusevski 1-on-1, Reggie twice 1-on-1. Yep. There was the Kane chance at the end 1-on-1 as well, the penalty that wasn't given. So you're looking at 6 or 7 really good chances. We could have easily won 5-0 again tonight. Easily.
Yep, I agree.
I'm a little bit disappointed we didn't score more goals, if I'm honest, because the goal difference is very important for us. But the most important thing is what we said before kickoff is we've got to get the 3 points, and we did. And Liverpool have gone 1-0 up. Come on, Liverpool.
As we speak.
Come on, Liverpool.
So, yeah, what more can one add? Like you said, the same 11. So we'll start with, the same 11 got confirmed in the starting lineup, which obviously no one could really argue about that. I think it was we thought it was a good call at the time, and it proved to be such. We was able to give the substitutes in question a few minutes here and there. Listen, I thought Brighton would do a little bit more than what they actually did. I'll be honest with you. I was expecting them on the back of that run to actually give their crowd something to cheer about. But there was empty spaces in the crowd. And then within 10 minutes to go, you can see the stadium clearing out, the home fans leaving. So they're clearly in some sort of rut. But listen, we had to take them seriously, because you never know what kind of Brighton you'll face. But it turned out in the end, they really had nothing about them. They caused a couple of dangers here and there, but nothing for me to worry me. And I'm pleased for like I said, for the Spurs fans who travelled up to Brighton, who got to see not only a win but an absolutely comfortable night, essentially. So give us something to smile about on the way back.
Yeah, because I think after the last few away games, it's not been enjoyable for our fans, Middlesbrough, Burnley, Man United. So it's good that they've travelled and it's been worth the travel, because you're giving up time, money, food, drink, petrol isn't cheap.
2 away games back to back, Manchester and Brighton. So
petrol's not cheap at the moment, so it's good for the fans to go down there, get the win, and feel like their effort wasn't a waste of time. So You're absolutely right. Definitely happy for the fans that have travelled. And when we scored the second goal, and Kane ran over to the fans, it looked like we packed out the away stand completely.
Yeah.
Whereas the home fans didn't pack it out. So brilliant support from Tottenham.
Do you know what?
Has to be said.
Can't fault them. Can't fault the away fans for that. Honestly, they home and away, particularly away in this case, and all the away games. We've seen it at Leicester. We saw it again Saturday, Manchester, Man City. Again tonight, we are always maxed out the away end, and it's brilliant to see. And can't argue with that. But look, it was good. It was almost like maximum result, minimum effort tonight. I didn't feel like we were spent in a lot of energy in getting that result tonight, which could favour us in moving forward to the West Ham game.
Listen, let's have it right. Brighton weren't good tonight.
They weren't.
Brighton weren't good tonight.
But it's good to have every now and again. It's good to have those kind of games.
We've had it against Leeds. We had it against Everton. And then as soon as the challenge comes, we fall apart. So I'm not getting carried away at all with this result tonight. I'm happy we won because we had to win, because you're right, it does set us up for the next game. But I've been going through this for the past 3-4 months, Iggy. I'm just being honest with you.
We all have, still. We all have.
Yeah, but I'm honest with it. I don't believe we're getting top 4. And I've said I said in January, I think it'll come down to Man United and Arsenal.
Yeah.
And I look at it now. Yeah, we've won. Arsenal are losing, but do I think we're in a top 4 race? No, I don't. I really don't. I don't trust us against West Ham. I don't trust us against Newcastle, Villa. You never know what we're going to do next, and because of that, you don't have consistency, and without consistency, there's no momentum. So without momentum, you can't get top 4. Do I think we're in a top 6 race? Yeah, I do.
Listen, for sure, undeniably, undeniable that we have to put consistent results together. We have to put a string of 3 or 4 good results. I mean, wins. Not when I mean good results, I mean wins.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the first challenge that we need to obtain ourselves. Without that, everything else falls apart. Do I think in and around us teams will drop points? Absolutely. It's happening tonight, so far at least, and it will continue because there are some big head-to-heads coming up, and one of them is ours, of course, as of this week, this weekend coming. So the first objective has to be us getting a consistent amount of consistent results in the next 3-4 games. That's the biggest question. That's the biggest.
Do you trust us? Do you trust us not to drop points?
Our recent results, if that is a tendency, 1 win, 1 loss, 1 win, 1 loss, which is right again tonight, 1 win. If that is our tendency, then no. The answer is no. We're not going to make top 4. Given that, if that changes, and that's the biggest challenge that we've had all season, we haven't been able to put a run, especially this since 2022. We have not put a run together of 3 or 4 games. That is, if on the balance, I'll say more no than yes. I would have to say more no than yes.
Do you think it will change?
I'll be honest now.
Do you think it will change? The run. Do you think we'll go on 6, 7, 8 games?
No, 6, 7, 8. I didn't say 6, 7, 8. I said if we could put 3 or 4. I would like to put us 3 or 4 games wins, 3 or 4 wins. We're not, because we're talking about West Ham at home.
Yeah.
Who's after that? Newcastle away. Help me out, Giga. So
I'll tell you now.
So I know for a fact that we've got West
Ham, Newcastle at home.
Yep.
Aston Villa away.
Okay. Up to Aston Villa. Let's just stop there. Okay. I think the Newcastle, Aston Villa both away.
No, Newcastle is at home.
So we've got West Ham before the break, and after the break we've got Newcastle at home again.
Yeah.
They're must wins. You have to win those games. There's no two ways, but you have to win those games. Otherwise, all the conversations, then you would be right. Then I'll say to you, you're right.
But we've been saying that since December. Must win.
But they're at home. We're at home. Still, we're at home.
Wolves was at home.
No.
Southampton was at home.
I understand what you're saying, and I totally get
Chelsea Carabao Cup was at home.
If we look at that, then the chances are no. Then you have to say no. But I'm saying it's a B-U-T, but massive one. Okay. We have to change the tendency. We cannot go with what we've done up to now, because then the answer is no. You will be right. Top 4 is not. But then we're not talking about top 4.
Do you think Spurs can get top 4?
I'm conflicted because by the run of results that we've had, the answer is no. But mathematically, the answer is yes.
Don't start.
I'm telling you how it is.
Mathematically,
we can't obtain it still if we don't get a run of the results together. We have to get the next 3 games: West Ham, Aston Villa, and Newcastle. In between that, we have to win. If we don't do that, then it's done. It's done. Honestly, it's done. West Ham now. This is the big one.
It was done after Southampton and Wolves, Iggy.
No, I disagree.
It was.
I think we took a massive dent. On Saturday, losing to Man United, losing a massive 6-pointer.
But had we beaten Southampton and Wolves at home, we'd be joined with Arsenal now, even after losing Man United.
Then it wouldn't. Yeah, you're right. I can't argue with that. I'm not arguing with that. You're absolutely right. But as things stand right now, are West Ham and Newcastle doable at home?
Every game's doable.
I'm asking you, are these two games coming up?
I'm answering, every game's doable.
Can we beat these two teams at home?
We can beat any team at home. It's what we do, though, on the day.
Then what can I? No one can foresee. But you're saying to me right now,
I can tell you,
we're gonna f up.
I can categorically tell you, if we get into striking position again, they will bottle it. I can absolutely guarantee they will get your hope up. This team of ours, and when the moment comes, they will shit the bed.
Up to now,
because they've been doing it for 21 years. They've been doing it.
I'm not going to go on saying 21 years. I'm going.
They've been doing it
on the basis of this season.
Recently, they did it under Poch, Mason, Mourinho. And Iggy, they've done it under Conte. They bottled the Europa Cup. Not even that, the Conference League Cup. They bottled the Carabao Cup. The home games, those must-win games for the league, they bottled that. Middlesbrough away. Man United, the 6-pointer. Whenever those moments come, this lot shit the bed. And that's why Conte comes out and says the mentality has to change. The transfer policy has to change. The players need to change. Because he knows they will shit the bed. He knows.
On the evidence that we've seen up to now, it's very hard for me to counter-argue that because the proof's in the pudding. I get that.
I don't know how you're arguing this.
I'm not, no, but I am agreeing with what you're saying, given what we've seen up to now.
You're saying mathematically we're still in it. Top four.
Okay, does the maths say that we're still in it? Yes or no? The maths is...
Yeah, the maths does, yeah.
But then what are we arguing about here? I'm saying to you that you're right, given what we have seen.
But when people say mathematically we're still in it, it's almost like there's still hope.
There's always hope. There's always hope, man. Like, still, I can't help it, man.
You're gonna drive me crazy. You're gonna drive me mad.
I can't help it.
So you're telling me? Well, hold on. So you're telling me you think
the next two games, the next two home games.
Iggy, do you know what?
Write it down.
No, you drive me mad.
The next two home games.
I'll tell you what I'm gonna do.
If we lose,
I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do right now.
Guys in the chat, tell us. I mean, I might have been because the word delusional gets often put out there. If I am, I am. I have no problem saying that. If still has every. Listen, you have every right to say.
This isn't
no. You have every.
Head's gone.
No. Okay. My head's gone. Right. I'm saying that you have every right to say what you're saying because the results have proven that. They've proven it.
I'm going to assume Arsenal are going to lose tonight, right? Because they're losing at the moment, right? Okay.
I understand.
They're on 48. They're on 51. All right. Okay. Right. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. No.
But so what are you suggesting for the remainder of the season? That we're down tools still?
No, I never said that.
No. What are you suggesting? Mine's a question.
I'm saying we're not getting top four.
But I didn't say we are going to get top four. I've never once said we're going to make top four. I'm saying we're going to go for it. We've got to go for it.
We've been going for it for the past year.
But the next two games, if we don't pick up nothing...
Iggy, are we going to beat West Ham?
We have to beat West Ham.
Do you think we're going to beat West Ham?
How do you know we're going to lose?
What's your thought?
Do you have the affirmative answer we're going to lose to West Ham?
No, I'm asking you, what do you think?
I think we'll beat West Ham on weekend.
Okay. Do you think we'll beat Newcastle at home?
Yes.
3 points. Okay. Do you think we'll beat Aston Villa away?
Tough. Probably a draw there.
At 1 point. Brighton at home. Even I'll say 3 points. I think we'll beat Brighton.
Are you sure still? You sure you don't want to put a draw?
Yeah,
Because you said 1-1 tonight.
They're rubbish.
Okay.
They're rubbish. Right, Brentford away.
Brentford away is doable.
Do you think we'll win it, though?
I think they'll down tools. I think they'll be safe and we'll beat them there.
3 points. Leicester at our ground.
Tough. Probably a draw there.
Liverpool away. 0. Don't even get me started. We're going to get points at Liverpool. Don't even get me started. We're going to get points at Liverpool.
Did we get points at Man City?
This is Liverpool.
Okay.
We always did Man City.
If Man City... Is that how many games left of Man City? No, stop. Liverpool.
Anfield.
Is that towards the end of the season?
They're going for. Who cares? They're going for the title.
Yeah, but they might have either wrapped it up or they're about to be out of it.
When's the last time we got anything at Anfield?
All right, let's put down a defeat.
Yeah, no brainer.
Let's go.
I can't believe that was a debate. Burnley at our ground.
Burnley out of ground is a win. We always smash Burnley. We don't beat Burnley. We smash them out of ground.
Right. Norwich City away. Last game of the season. They're fighting for their lives, maybe.
Or they're gone. They're gone. They'll be gone by then. They'll be long gone. So for me,
the league table. Hold on.
Yeah, they're gone.
Hold on. Right,
they're
league
gone.
Table.
They're gone, guys. Don't tell me Norwich are not going to go down. Norwich already gone, man. Norwich is honestly. I've spoken to Norwich fans. I know 2 of them.
All right, let's say. All right, okay, 3 points.
They will win.
3 points. Right. Arsenal. We've got Arsenal at home. North London derby.
That's anyone's game. Honestly, I'll be honest with you. It's anybody's game.
Draw.
Do you know what? At home, we have got a good record of them.
The reason I'm saying draw is because it's too hard to call.
Yeah. Okay, let's put it down as a draw for argument's sake because you can never call a North London derby.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21 plus 48. So 69 points. That's what we're going to end up on. Right, Arsenal, let's go through their fixtures. Let's see what they got left.
It was a good win tonight, guys. And we have gone so off-piste.
Apparently there was a match tonight.
Yeah. Listen,
but
we're talking like this because it was really comfortable. It was so comfortable tonight.
No, we're talking like this because your head's gone.
My head's gone. My head's always gone.
2-0 Liverpool. Right, that's done, 100%. So Arsenal lost tonight. Brilliant. Good, right. Arsenal, Aston Villa away.
How the hell can you... I can't predict Arsenal.
But I'm asking you, what do you think?
How am I going to like...
I think they'll win. I think they'll win that.
Right, so we'll draw Aston Villa and they will go on to win it.
Crystal Palace away, I think they'll draw. I think they always struggle up there. I think they'll draw.
Okay. Right. You go by what you think. I don't know. I don't watch Arsenal enough.
At home,
you know Arsenal better than me.
Don't go down that road.
You know Arsenal
better than you.
You like the way they play football.
I do.
I don't like them at all.
the way they play football.
I don't like them at all.
I think they play good football.
I can't bring myself to watch them.
No, I hate them.
I didn't say you love them. Did I say you love them?
No, you didn't.
Then why are you saying that?
You're making it sound like I support them.
No, I didn't say you support.
That's the way you said it.
No, you're suggesting. You're suggesting that I haven't said that you support. Did I say once that instead of supports Arsenal?
You're Italian side.
No, I'm saying you seem to enjoy watching Arsenal. You know better than me.
I don't enjoy watching them, but I as a coach,
you appreciate a good football.
I appreciate what they're doing.
I don't appreciate anything about Arsenal.
I hate.
I don't like them. I don't like their kit. I don't like their ground. I don't like them.
I don't like them. I don't like their ground or their kit. But the football they play, I respect it. I do. But I respect Man City's football. That's the coach's hat. I respect Liverpool's football.
I like Man City the way they play football.
Yeah.
But
that's not much different to what Arsenal are doing at the moment, though. So how can you respect Man City's?
I respect the way they play football.
But Arsenal play similar now.
But they struggled at home against us.
Yeah, but no, we're talking about the way they play. No, we're going off topic. Hold on a minute. Right. See, I see what you're doing. You're trying to... Aston Villa, right, 3 points, 1 point. Brighton, they'll beat. Southampton away, I reckon they'll draw. They always struggle at St Mary's, always. Chelsea away.
I think Chelsea will beat them.
I'm not sure about that.
I think Chelsea will beat them.
All right. But then they got United at home. I think they'll beat United. At their ground, I think they'll beat United.
Okay, you go well, you feel.
Well, you're all right calling the Chelsea result, Iggy. Suddenly you know about Arsenal when it comes to
Chelsea. I don't know, because Arsenal, Man United are thereabouts. Man United, how can you call Arsenal Man United? You can't call the North London derby, but you're quite comfortable.
How did you just call Arsenal Chelsea Arsenal?
I think Chelsea will beat them.
And I think Man United will lose to Arsenal.
What if Man United beat them? Man United might beat them.
Chelsea draw.
Hey, I'm not saying it's wrong either. Hey, we've thrown results out there.
West Ham Arsenal.
At whose ground?
West Ham.
I fancy West Ham because I think that'll be a physical battle, and Arsenal don't like the physicality.
What, a loss or a draw?
I think they'll drop points. I can't call it.
Right,
I'll be honest with you.
Draw. Right, Arsenal Leeds, they're going to smash Leeds because Leeds are trash.
They'll beat
Newcastle away. You put us to win, so I'm going to say they're going to
I think they'll win.
Everton, they'll rip Everton. 3. And then the North London derby, 1 point. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 puts Arsenal on 73. That's 4 points to the Spurs. Argument over.
Argument over.
Argument's done.
On argument over, based on Raggos. I'm going to go North London now. The proper Raggo results. You're going to say
you predicted some of the results.
We are predicting,
but you just predicted half of the results. You just said Chelsea will beat Arsenal, and I put 0 points.
One thing we can say about this season that anything's anything but predictable.
One thing is predictable: we will bottle it when it comes.
Okay. Agree to disagree? Can we do that?
I think if Tottenham get
it's a
top
healthy
6,
debate. We can agree to disagree.
It is a healthy debate. I think if Tottenham get top 6, Iggy,
I want to hear from the guys in the chat. What do they think?
Guys, tell us what you think in the chat. But one thing I will say is this, right? And this is where every Spurs fan, all of you watching, you need to put some respect on Conte's name now, right? I shouldn't be pointing. That's rude. If Conte gets top 6, with these group of players, I think he's done a really, really good job. And I mean that. I genuinely mean that. With what I'm seeing these players incapable of doing, and the 5 or 6 players that I think in the entire squad that are really good, that we should keep going forward, if he can get top 6 with these players, I think he's done a really good job. If he gets 5th, I think he's done fantastic. 4th, I'm not even having this conversation. The data, the analysis we just did, the conversation proves it's not happening. Right? You can have the hope and the maths and your science classes,
some random results. We don't
Inconsistent.
know.
Win, lose, win,
I
lose,
agree.
win, lose, win, lose,
I
win,
agree.
lose. How'd you get top 4?
Okay, on that basis of the results, I'm saying that the only chance that we have if we put 2 or 3 results together. That's all I've said.
The only way we get top 4.
Is it really that hard to understand? On the basis, if we go,
So if we win 3 games in a row, we're going to get top 4.
No, I said let's review the situation then. But
We're going to review it.
We have to review it.
We're going to review it.
If you put 2 or 3...
Committee going to come out and...
No. I'm saying we put 2 or 3 results on a bounce and we get... It has to be wins. I said this.
I think...
Then you have to look at the table then because there's a lot of head-to-heads there still. West Ham, Spurs, that's a 6-pointer. Even for Europa League, that's a 6-pointer. Yes or no?
6-pointer for Europa League.
Right.
Yeah.
But Arsenal have got Chelsea. You just said it. Arsenal have got Man United. Arsenal have got Spurs. Come on, man. I'm not saying it's...
We got West Ham. We got Arsenal. We got Anfield, Liverpool way.
Okay, but this is...
And you think we're going to get something at Anfield?
No, I didn't say we're going to... I'm saying that there's a lot of...
I said to you, we've got to go into
turns.
Anfield. And you said, but we beat Man City.
We did beat Man
That's
City.
not Anfield, Liverpool away.
So a Man City less than Liverpool. I know our record at Liverpool is shocking.
We've got Man City's number.
Right.
We've got Man City's
and Liverpool have got ours.
Liverpool have got ours.
Okay, but I'm not arguing with that. I'm saying that I believe there's a lot of twists and turns still in this league. I believe that. I believe there's a lot of twists and turns in the league.
I do agree with that.
I'm saying
I agree with that. There's twists and turns.
That we still... Doesn't matter what twists and turns are happening in the league. If we don't do what we're meant to be doing ourselves, everything else falls to shit. It's fact.
Let me tell you something. If we get top 4, Iggy, if we get top 4, I will come on this show with an Arsenal top on saying, I love Arsenal, if we get top 4.
You don't need to do that. I've never asked you to do that.
I'm saying that's how confident I am it's not going to happen.
That's your call.
But
remember, screenshots.
But if we get top 6, even 5th place, I think Conte's done a fantastic job with these group of players.
No argument there. For someone who's come in November to do that with his squad.
Yeah, but you know, there's some. There are fans though that do think, top 4, it can happen, it will, and you know, and I hear fans sometimes criticise Conte, his tactics. Why is he going with this 3 at the back when the wing backs clearly don't work? Why do you keep sticking with this formation, this tactic? The wing back system doesn't work, and I hear that. And for me, what people don't understand is when Pep came to Man City and when Klopp went to Liverpool, they had their system and their methods.
Yeah.
And in their first season, they were both terrible. Pep lost 4-0 away at Goodison.
Yeah.
He just about got top 4. And Klopp, he was finishing 7th, 6th. It wasn't until 2 or 3 years down the line, well, Pep 1 year, they got the players they wanted for their system. They both went for the moon. But in that process, they stuck to their system so that whenever they sold the players they didn't want, the ones that came in, all they had to do was slot into the system, and the existing players that stayed, they had been taught the system. They got it. So when we get rid of Winks, Doherty, Bergwijns, all these players, the ones that stay, they get the system. You don't have to educate, which is why we're going through this process, and that's why we play with these wing backs, and it's why we play with the back 3, because we're in an education phase until Conte gets the players he wants. And he's got to educate everyone because we're a team, and more importantly, the ones that are going to be here, they've got to master this now.
Listen,
it's preparation. That's all it is.
I absolutely.
And that's why I don't think we'll get top 4, because we're in a transitional educational phase until Conte gets
your argument is perfectly valid. I'm not suggesting for 1 minute, and never once have I dismissed your argument here. I'm just saying that there's listen, we are definitely in transition. I think Conte is the right man.
Of course he is.
I think for sure he needs to be backed. And what I mean by backed, we said we'll touch upon this. What I mean by backed, we need the minimum 4 players coming in this summer. It could bring it up to 6, 7. You can go up to as many as you want, but I'm saying a minimum.
Does 4 players get us top 4?
Minimum. I said a minimum.
I know, but I'm asking, does that minimum get us top 4?
But it'll improve our 4. When I mean 4 players, not 4 players to make the squad, 4 players to make first team.
Yeah, but do 4 first team players that Conte wants get us top 4 with the amount of games we're going to have to play Europe, Carabao, FA Cup League?
Taking into account that also the teams who are currently above us will also go on to improve, so the gap could be even greater if we don't start cutting the gap short.
So based on the other teams improving, is 4 players enough for Spurs to get top 4 next season?
No, I think we need more.
So the minimum has to go up then.
But I'm saying, I'm saying that to consider. Also, you need to look at how many you can get rid of, because it's not just about bringing players in. It's also getting rid of players.
If we get a minimum of top 4, Iggy, where does that leave us next season then? If we just do the minimum, I think we're just.
You'll be fighting for 4th,
but we need to guarantee it.
Guarantee it, then you need. You need to put the money on the table, my friend.
Yeah, but so how many players is that? I think 6 or 7.
If we're looking at first teamers, guys, if we're looking at first teamers, we're looking at who would you confirm? Because Lloris, I will start. We need to start looking at a new goalkeeper, because he can't go on forever. He's signed another 2-year deal, but he'll be gone after that. So we need to start looking at that first and foremost. I think we need another left centre back for sure to replace Davis.
1.
Okay, and that is without taking Dyer into the situation. But let's just say for now, we're looking at a left centre back. I think we need 2 wing backs, 2, not 1. Okay, and I think the creative midfielder / striker. So we probably need 5
and a striker.
Yeah, I think a striker for sure.
And I think we need
a right winger. Then Kulusevski's there.
No, I think we need 2 creative mids.
Okay,
we need 2 creative mids, 6. So. And actually,
we're in agreement on that.
I've said to you tonight, I don't think Reggie's good enough. I really don't think he's good enough for where we want to go. I don't think he's good enough for where we want to go, and I don't think Cess is. I don't think he cuts it. He has one good game, then he's injured. We need someone that's going to come in, boom, hit the ground running. So for me, minimum is 6. I think we need 6 or 7 to challenge for top 4. If we want the league title, we need 12, 14 players, but that's going to take 2-3 years.
That is unrealistic.
But Conte said that. He said it would
take 2-3 years.
And
it'll be too much for a manager to put 12 players all together. It's an impossible job. But I definitely agree, somewhere between 5, 6 players, and then you're looking at a top 4 challenge, like a real top 4 challenge. Anything more would be fantastic, but we wouldn't be like this distant from 4th. And certainly we would be picking up more positive results than what we have been. And the level of consistency would be a lot better, because you're dealing with more quality players. So the whole picture would change at Tottenham. But 6 players, including players leaving that are no longer or surplus the requirements, it does involve heavy investments. And that comes from above. So we all have to be on that same picture for it to happen, and put plans in place now. So as soon as the transfer market opens, we're ready to go. Do not wait 6 weeks before we bring players in.
Conte needs his squad ready to go for pre-season. Not this Daniel Levy 31st of August business. We did the same with Kulusevski and Bentancur. We've got them on the last day. This has to stop.
Sorry, super chat.
Sorry, guys, super chat. I didn't.
No, it's okay. Just come in now. Alan Sibley. I'll let you read it, mate.
He says, Iggy, is he delusional or optimistic? Nah, a deluded optimist.
I'll take that, Alan.
No, his head's gone.
Listen, maybe my head's gone. I don't know, guys. I just... Listen, I'm not saying that the multi...
Can I just say, sorry to interrupt you. To people in the comments, Iggy and I are friends, by the way. No, we're like this all the time.
Listen, even on the drive home, we're going to be like this. It's not a problem. We're absolutely, honestly,
what he calls me.
I'm not offended by what he says, and I'm certainly not. He's not offended by what I say to him. This is actually, we often disagree with things like this, but it's all in good. It's in good nature. Nothing ever.
You just get frustrated when
personal.
What I say comes true, right?
No. If it proves to be true, then I've got no problems coming on here and say, mate, you was right.
I'm coming on in an Arsenal top if you're right.
See, this is where I draw the line, because you would never hear me say things like that. Not even for a joke.
That's the confidence.
And this is where I would also say, I'd rather shit on my hands and clap than wear that shirt.
Actually, Ellie, who is on all the channels, love Ellie to bits. She used to play for Spurs ladies. Shout out to Ellie. I've got a bet with Ellie on this.
Respect.
I've got a bet with Ellie on this. She's going to have to eat Arteta cake if I'm right, but different story. One question we do want to ask everyone tonight, we were talking about this on the way up here, and just something for people that are going to come on the fan show afterwards. I've got a sneaky feeling this summer, Conte's not going to be backed fully, but he's going to be backed a bit. And I'm worried that the conversation is going to not be, was Conte backed? It's going to be, what do you mean by backed? So let's say Conte gets 3 or 4 players that he does want, but that only gets us top 6 next season because it's not enough. And really we need 6 or 7 players, but he doesn't quite get that. Then in my opinion, he hasn't been backed. But some fans will say, but it's difficult to do all of that in the summer, and, you know, money doesn't grow on trees, and you know, he was backed as much as... I think there'll be an argument in the summer between a debate amongst fans. Was he backed or not? Because of the number of players and the quality not quite being right, but not being below what we want. So I want to know tonight, guys, when you call in, let Iggy and I know, what do you define as being backed? And I'll tell you what a good one was. I put it out on Twitter the other day. One fan said, minimum £150 million. Conte has the absolute final say, and it's his choice of players. And this happens regardless of where we finish in the league. I thought that's a really good...
Do you know what I was thinking? Do you know what I was thinking, guys? And I want to know what you guys think. And those that call in, I would love to hear from you regarding this. I read today about this release clause, and maybe you said you knew about it. I mean, I must admit, maybe I did overlook it. I wasn't quite informed on it, but it looks like there's a release clause in Conte's contract that he could leave in the summer if he wants to. And with the rumours coming out with PSG and various other teams, if that release clause is triggered, he can leave. Does that leave you guys a bit uneasy? Because it certainly does me, and I don't know what you think about that still.
The one thing that
a lot of people are saying in the chat already, Conte will go to PSG. So it's, you know, that leaves me a bit preoccupied. I'll be honest with you.
The one thing I'm not so sure about with this is, why has this only come out now?
Because they're trying to unset. Why did the whole?
Sorry, Iggy. Let me rephrase that.
In the paper or in the news.
No, why has this piece of information that there's a release clause in the contract? Why is that only coming out now? Because they're trying
to destabilise us. The way they did when they talked about Kane leaving on the week we were playing Man City, and it happened against Man United. It's just what happens all the time.
But this piece of information that there's a release clause in his contract, why wasn't that mentioned previously on other shows or on journalists when they were talking? That could have easily been brought up. Why has it been brought up now?
Because they're trying to rattle Spurs. It's obvious.
Is there really a release clause? That's what I'm asking. Is there?
This is what I'm asking. Guys, is in the chat. Could you please tell me, because I will be looking out for it. I want to know, is there a release clause? Does anybody know if there is really a release clause in Conte's contract that means that he could leave in the summer should he wishes to do so? That's all I'm asking. That leaves me more preoccupied than any potential players coming in, because I'm thinking if Conte goes, honestly, I don't know where that leaves us still. That makes me pessimistic rather than
one step at a time.
Yeah, of course. But I'm just read about this today, and just before we started the live, actually, I read this and now thought to myself, it's been at the back of my head, and I'm not trying to put a down on things. I really ain't. It's just I read it. I read it over
social media as
well. I read it on social media and online before we started the game, and I thought I need to look into this a little bit more because I didn't know anything about that, and I just wanted to know if that was the case. That's all.
Guys, listen, we're going to wrap it up. We want to hear what you think. So we've got today's match, of course. We want to hear your thoughts on top 4, top 6, top 8. We want to hear about your thoughts on what does backed actually mean. Define it. Tell us in your eyes what you would be happy with as a fan and what you expect. And also the news that Iggy just shared with us about this release clause in Conte's contracts. There's quite a bit there for you to digest.
Also, that we can speak about tonight's game, Brighton. I know there wasn't.
I said that at the beginning.
It wasn't much to talk about.
Tonight's game.
It wasn't much to talk about because we played. That's why we went off piste a little bit because there was so much. There was a comfortable win and not really much to really speak about regarding that. But yeah, guys, let us know what you think.
And we will be back in about 15-20 minutes, and we want to hear what you say. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you soon, guys.